Hi students, today I am here to deal with the last part of the topic transportation, that is transportation in plants, and I welcome class 10 students to this session. Just like animals, plants also have a system to transport materials such as food, water and minerals. Now what are the components of the transport system? This include the xylem and the phloem. All of you are familiar with the xylem and the phloem. Now what are the differences between xylem and phloem? Here you can see xylem transports water and minerals from the roots to different parts of the plant body, whereas phloem transports food materials from the leaves to different parts of the plant body. Another difference is, in the case of xylem, the movement is unidirectional, whereas in the case of phloem, it is bidirectional. So you know the differences between xylem and phloem. Xylem helps in the transport of water and minerals to different parts of the plant body, whereas phloem helps in the transport of food to different parts of the plant body. In the case of xylem, the movement of water is unidirectional, whereas in the case of phloem, the movement of food is bidirectional. Now, how xylem helps in the transport of water and minerals? There are two ways by which xylem transports water and minerals. One is the generation of root pressure and second is the transpiration pull. Now what do you mean by root pressure? Root pressure is the pressure that is generated in the root that pushes the water up the xylem elements. So root pressure is a pressure that is generated in the root that pushes the water up the xylem elements. Now how the root pressure is generated? The root hair cells accumulate ions against the concentration gradient using energy. As a result, when ions are accumulated in the root hair cells, the water content in the root hair cell decreases. Soil is having more water content. Water starts entering from a region of higher water potential to a region of lower water potential. So water starts entering from the soil into the root hair cells. This results in the generation of the root pressure. This root pressure pushes the water up the xylem elements, but this is seen only in small herbaceous plants. But what about tall trees? The uptake of water in tall trees is due to transpiration pull. All of you know what is transpiration. It is a loss of water in the form of water vapor. What happens during transpiration? This evaporation of water molecules from the cells of the leaf create a suction. This suction pulls water from the xylem cells of the roots. So transpiration also helps in the absorption of water and minerals from the soil. Now next is translocation. Now what do you mean by translocation? Translocation is the movement of food materials prepared in the leaves through the phloem to different parts of the plant body. Now how the food is translocated? The food is translocated in the form of aqueous solution of sucrose. So the sucrose is synthesized in the leaf. Sucrose is present in the leaf. This sucrose will enter the phloem. Once it enters the phloem, what happens is the solute molecule increases, the water content decreases. More solute particles and less water. As a result, water starts entering from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. So water starts entering into the phloem. Once water enters the phloem, what happens is the sucrose is now an aqueous solution of sucrose. This sucrose will develop a pressure in the phloem and the sucrose will start moving from the region of higher pressure to regions of lower pressure. That is how the food is translocated through the phloem. So what is translocation? It is a movement of food molecules through the phloem. How is the food translocated? The food is translocated mainly in the form of aqueous solution of sucrose. Sucrose from the leaf enters the phloem. Once it enters the phloem, the water content decreases, the solute particle will increase. So water starts moving from higher concentration to lower concentration. Water starts entering into the phloem. and the food is translocated from a region of higher pressure to regions of lower pressure. So that is all what you have to learn in translocation. Next class I will come with the next topic, excretion. Hope you have enjoyed my class. If so, click like, comment and subscribe, and detailed notes of this chapter is available in the website www.ranipradeep.com.